In the last video in this series, How to Become a Nurse, you learned about what grades you need to achieve for nursing school, and you also learned about how to choose nursing schools that you're going to be applying to when it is time for you to apply to nursing school. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get other people to pay for your nursing college so you don't have to. So make sure you stay till the end for all the secrets. The first thing we're going to touch on is financial aid. Make sure you apply to financial aid. There are priority deadlines. Now listen to this. Priority deadlines. That does not mean that if you are late for these deadlines, specifically for financial aid, you won't get any. What it means is that if you miss these priority deadlines, you may get less money or you may get more loans versus the grants. Grants are funds for college that you get from financial aid that you do not have to pay back. These are the best types of financial aid packages that you want to strive for. Another type of financial aid package that you may get is work study. Work study is getting a job on campus that you trade your time for money, just like having a job, except you're paid through your financial aid. The final financial aid package that I will talk about are loans. Loans are the least desirable because you have to pay them back. Now, student loans are special in the fact that while you're still in school getting your education, these loans can be deferred. There are certain types of loans that are more appealing for a student because of the way interest is accrued and also the timelines that you have to pay them back. I won't be focusing on loans in this video because I want to try and help you make it through school without having to get any loans. So when to apply? Make sure you know your state-specific priority deadline. This is very easy to find. The website that you go to apply for financial aid is FAFSA.gov. You can only choose one school to use your financial aid package. However, when you're applying, you want to make sure that you include every school that you may attend so that those schools will get the information that's needed to get your financial aid package. As soon as the application becomes available, usually in the beginning of January, you want to make sure that you apply. This ensures that you get the most amount of money that you can get awarded. Just because applications open in January doesn't mean that you can't apply during the rest of the year. You can literally apply to financial aid the entire year. Certain things do disqualify people from financial aid, such as felony crimes that include drug selling or something. So just stay away from that, okay? It's important that I mention, no matter how much money your parents make, apply for financial aid. The worst it can tell you is that they're only going to offer you loans. At least you know where you stand if you apply. Also, applying for financial aid can get you certain tuition waivers. As for me here in California, my tuition fee was waived because I applied to financial aid. So I didn't have to pay for my units at the community college. Scholarships are another source of income for school that you do not have to pay back. So these you want to apply for because scholarships can be a lot of money. Scholarships can cover things like your tuition, your housing, your parking, your food. All these things can be covered by scholarships depending on how much money you get. So apply to as many as possible to try and increase your chances of getting this free money and other people paying literally for you to go to school. Besides for your school scholarship website, there are other independent scholarship websites that you can apply for this free money. Look at these websites, see what scholarships you may qualify for, and apply to those. A lot of these scholarships don't even have essays that you have to write. The ones that do have essays, sometimes they're just a page, sometimes they're 250 words. It's not that hard. I will list some of those websites in the description box below, so make sure you check there for additional information. One thing I will say about some of these scholarship websites is that they try to rope you into paying a monthly fee, and I just don't believe that it helps you to get more scholarships paying that fee, and I don't feel like it's worth it. So make sure you look for the ones that you can just apply to free scholarships. A lot of colleges have their own scholarship website. Depending on the school, the website for scholarships are constructed in a different way, but I've seen two different types. I've seen a college that has all these lists of scholarships that you can apply to individually by seeing which scholarships you may qualify for, and you picking which ones you would like to apply to based on your qualifications. The other structure that I've seen for scholarships in the college's website is by having one scholarship application that you apply to, and it applies you to all of the scholarships that are available at that school specifically. So you only have to fill out one application, you do all the personal statements that are in that application, and then you make sure you turn that in by the deadline. Now for scholarships, these are deadlines that are not priority. You have to make these deadlines. If you miss these deadlines, you have no chance of getting the money. So make sure if you are applying for scholarships, you meet those deadlines, turn them in early, and make sure you do quality work on them. With schools, also libraries, if you go to public libraries, there are a lot of resources that you can go to help you write these essays. So if you have problems struggling with writing those essays, then make sure you reach out to get some type of tutoring, whether it be from the school library, the public library, or whatever other resources you can find to help you write these essays to increase your chances of winning one of these scholarships. Now there is one more non-conventional way or non-traditional way of getting money for schools that I wanted to touch on that maybe some people haven't even thought of. And those are things like crowdfunding, such as GoFundMe. Now, what you can do is set up GoFundMe pages and get all of your friends and family and even strangers to contribute to your college fund. The money that is accrued is taxable. However, it's money that you did not have before. So just make sure you save for the taxes. But people have raised a lot of money to be able to pay for their college education. So make sure you look into those websites because it is worth it. Especially if you have a big social media following or you know people that do, or if you can just push out the word to however many people you can, it can really help you pay for your college tuition. So why not use it? Now that you know which grades you need to get into nursing school, how you're going to be choosing your nursing school, and how you're going to be getting money to pay for your nursing school, we're going to talk about succeeding in nursing school all the way up until taking the NCLEX. So make sure you watch this video right here in the final stretch of this series, How to Become a Nurse.